Hi, today my group members and I will be presenting on taxonomy. My group members are Alfredo Pajares, Yuleisi Rosales, Melanie Berganza, and myself, Jose Carlos Estrada. So we'll be talking about domains, kingdoms, phylas, and classes.
Living things are divided in two main domains. This is eukarya and prokarya. Prokarya are the oldest type of cells, existing about 4 billion years ago. They are the simplest type of cells with an internal simple structure. They are unicellular and can be found in all environments, even in extreme conditions. Then eukaryotes exist about 1 billion years ago. They are more advanced than prokaryotes and have a complex internal structure. They have a nuclear membrane surrounded by genetic material named as DNA. They are more bigger in size than prokaryotes.
Now we are talking about the 6 kingdoms that are 4 in eukaryotic and 2 on prokaryotic. Plantae, fungi, animalia, and protista are the ones that goes in eukaryotic. Eubacteria, archaebacteria are the ones that goes in prokaryotic. Plantae.
The kingdom Plantae. So key characteristics that describe this kingdom is that this kingdom is made up of cell wall. This cell wall is made up of cellulose. These are also known as heterotrophs, meaning that they make their own food from sunlight through photosynthesis. Now, the kingdom of fungi. So this is an interesting kingdom. So therefore, I brought this example of some fungi. So this fungi is made up of a cell wall. However, this cell wall is made up of chitin. They are also known as decomposers, meaning that they recycle the nutrients from waste material.
Animalia does not have a cell wall and are known as heterotrophs. Now we were talking about prokaryotic, that are archaebacteria and eubacteria. Archaebacteria are the ones that live in extreme conditions, are unicellular, and we can find it everywhere. Eubacteria are the common bacteria. We can also find it everywhere and also are unicellular.
Under the kingdom Plantae, we have 4 phyla, which are Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, Anthophyta, and Coniferophyta. Bryophyta are the ones that don't have vascular bundles, they don't produce seeds, and they don't have flowers. The Pteridophyta are the ones who have vascular bundles, they don't produce seeds and don't produce flowers. The ones in Anthophyta are the ones who have vascular bundles, have seeds, and have flowers, most known as flowering plants. Now, Coniferophyta are the ones who have vascular bundles and produce seeds, but they don't produce flowers. An example could be a pine tree, which they produce seeds, but they don't have flowers. Under the phylum Anthophyta, we have 2 classes, which are monocotyledon and dicotyledon. Monocotyledon are the ones that their leaves are parallel and they have multiples of 3 petals in their flowers and they have fibrous root. Now, dicotyledon are the ones who have vein-like in their leaves. They have 4 to 5 petals in their flowers and their roots are tapped.
I'll be talking of the 7 phyla that fall under the kingdom Animalia, which are Mollusca, Annelida, Arthropoda, Porifera, Platyhelminthes, Cnidaria, and Chordata. To start with, I start with the phylum of Mollusca. So as you see here, I have an example of Mollusca organism. A key characteristic of this phylum is that organisms have either an external or internal shell. However, they have no body segment. The peripheral phylum. These are all aquatic organisms, have a cylindrical body, and are immobile during their adult stage. Cnidaria. So these phylum have the presence of cnidocytes, which can sting. There are also aquatic organisms, which includes sea anemones and jellyfish. Platyhelminthes. So for this specific phylum, we can think of the Spanish word plato, which means that, or plano, which means that we can find all those organisms with a flat body. This can also be found in aquatic conditions and can be parasitic. So, the Chordata phylum. So, under this Chordata phylum, we can find all those organisms with a central hollow tube or a spinal in their back. Annelida. So, for this phylum, we can think of the Spanish word anillo. So, they are worm-like organisms, worm-body organisms, and have ring-like structures throughout their bodies. And lastly, the phylum Arthropoda. So, key characteristics that identify this Arthropoda phylum is that organisms have jointed legs and have more than one body segment. Now, we will be talking about the 5 classes under the phylum Chordata, which are fish, mammals, amphibians, reptiles, and aves.
Reptiles are the ones who have dry, scaly skin. Also, they rely on base skin to keep homeostasis.
Fish, these are aquatic organisms in the presence of gills, scales, and fins. Aves, so these are organisms that have feathers and have a beak. They are characterized as flying organisms, but not all aves can fly. Mammalia. So here we have an example of mammalia, which have mammary glands and give birth to their young, except for a few exceptions.
Now, amphibia are those organisms who live part of their life in water and land.